Okay guys, here in the sunny Port Louis in Grenada, we gonna show you our home and vessel that we did the adventure of crossing the Atlantic. Is a Dufour 36 Classic. We paint the boat, we put a gold stripes, we painted in white, and we made our logo. We put brand new sails. We have sails from Crusaders in England. We put a Raymarine HD radar, also a great tool to have, especially on bad weather or foggy conditions. We made the dinghy platform for the dinghy and also for diving. Come and see closer. It was a 3 months project, and we had to make it from scratch. We made it not too long to make sure that the breaking waves on the back during the crossing would be not a problem, because we didn't have enough space for the dinghy, and going island to island in the Caribbean, it's really good to have, instead of towing the dinghy, we can store it here, and when the dinghy is in the water is also a swimming platform, and we can take showers and all that, so it's great tool to have. We can disassemble all this and make it like a clean style, but we are using obviously, and we are very happy with this project. There we have our Starlink, where we had to also to make the pull to sustain the Starlink Maritime. Here we made a bimini cover that we can enclose everything, so we can be protected by the weather full time if we want, but also we made it to be solar panel support. We decided on going flexible solar panels that it's attached on the bimini cover and on the spray hood as well. We have been able to live off-grid, to produce our own energy. At the same time, very happy because we had strong winds during the crossing, gusts sometimes above 40 knots, and they perform very well. So we were afraid that because we made this infrastructure, we were afraid with strong winds it might blow away, which was not the case. We put brand new sails. The original sails is still in good condition, but we wanted new sails, especially for the crossing, and have the original as a backup that we have under our bed. And also because the Genoa or head sail was a bit smaller, was 130, and this is 145, so we have a bit of more sail. Here in the deck is a teak deck, which it looks classic. When we bought it, we have already the teak, and looks nice. We put brand new cables. We have the solar on the spray hood. Now the solar in the spray hood, it's about 150 watts solar. We have our windlass, and we have the backup anchor, which used to be the original, but we bought the brand new anchor, a Delta. We put covers on the hatches because the solar damaged the acrylics. And here we have our helm station and the cockpit, which for us it's the right size, because we can even solo sailing, so everything it's in reach, that everything is very close hand to one hand in case you have to hand steer and manage the lines. Everything can be done here. We don't need to go outside, especially stormy weather. Here we have our navigation, very simple, the compasses, we have the wind gauge, the autopilot, the depth, and I use Orca system. It's a waterproof tablet that connects to a brain. I can manage all the systems on the boat, can check everything's battery. I can do the autopilot from the tablet, which is a great tool to have for someone doesn't have these ultra modern systems on the new boats. It's something that you can buy and make it a bit more modern. I think it's a great tool for navigation. The winch handles, for the sun protection, the engine here on off, and then these two things are lockers where we keep tools, you know, oils. We have a backup generator in case there is cloudy days and the sun it's not enough. Backup tools and etc, etc, you know, all the cruisers they know. Okay guys, here in this locker is a deeper locker where we keep our electric scooters for cruising the islands, to go faster, the places where we want to explore. We have the gasoline for the generator and for the dinghy, diesel, and we have gas, a big gas bottle for cooking in case our induction it's not enough. This one is the locker that in this model of the 36 Classic, it had two versions. The owner version, which this is the case, is the owner version. There is only 2 cabins, but this in some boats it's a part of the 3rd cabin.
Hello and welcome in my galley. So this is our kitchen. We do have here a storage room where we keep the clothes, the life jackets, my toys, my kitchen tools. I have an air fryer and also I have an instant pot, but it's really handy if I'm anchored and I want to do something with the electricity to don't use the gas. We have also a kettle in case we want to do a tea. Storage for food, spices, rice, flours, bread, all the goodies what we need. We have here a fridge. The good in it, what I put inside, it's gonna stay inside. So even if I open the door, I can grab the things. Now it's mostly with fruit, vegetables and waters. We do have an induction, but I don't really use in the crossing because it was moving the pan on the top, so it was difficult to secure it. So we mostly used gas. You can just easily remove it, put it there or keep it. And here we have the oven. It's really easy to turn it on, to turn it off. I have here a valve to open and to close the gas to make sure that we have no gas leak. And also another small storage room for the pans, for the fryers. And here are the more spices, a lot of spices. I love cooking. Plates, glasses. We have 3 taps. We have the freshwater tap with filter to make sure that we are drinking a good quality water. We have the normal tap, but we are using mostly for washing dishes or cooking. And we have a salt water tap that we can use from here. We used a lot in the Atlantic crossing. And yeah, this is our living room area with a TV, very important. Paulo always wanted to have a TV. Cinema night, yeah. And of course we were living in 3 years before we started our journey in the marina, and this was our home. And the home without a TV, it's not a home, right? Home, TV. We have here some other very important informations: the time, humidity, the temperature, the stormy, or if it's very dry weather, we have the moon, we have the clinometer, and the high tide and the low tide information. And of course, level floor. And here we have a freezer. This was actually attached to the floor before, but we thought it's better to have more space here, and we can move it easily, fix it to the table, so when we are sailing it's not moving around. And we put here a freezer, but to us it's really important because we can have food, we can have drink, and we can have also ice cream there. And of course, a vacuum cleaner. In this part we have more storage. Under me it's two sections, and actually if you open here we know what storage place, what we can find. Very important when you need something and it's a small boat but with a lot of things, really important to know where to find. We have more storage place here. Here we have one room, that is our second room actually, and here we have our shower, toilet, our private area. Excuse me. Yes. The toilet, it's an electric toilet, and it's very good because it's in the middle of the boat, so if it's heeling to one side, you can always do like this, for example, or do like this, for example, and you can sit in the toilet easily. We installed here a toilet paper roller, some more storage. This is for plastic paper, actually. This is for paper garbage. Our medical kit. And behind me there is a grab bag and some more garbage for glass, plastic, and the toilet paper, because we cannot put inside the toilet if we use it. Yeah, this is a shower option as well. You can put it here and just wash our body. Practical. And yes, it wasn't like this. This wasn't like this. This was blue. The color with the vinyl here as well, it changed totally, and you can see the gold everywhere because it's a Gucci boat and the Gucci boat has to be gold. So we have a gold decoration everywhere, even our table. This table, it's very interesting because actually we can put down and be another bed and have here what we call the secret box, what's supposed to be alcohol, but to us it's cables. It's chargers. To don't see the cables because it's so messy, Paolo had the idea to do some holes and to bring up everything, put it here, and after we can just remove a cable in case we need to charge, put the charge, and that's it. And it's not so many cable around the table. Much prettier, much more organized.
Here is what they call the captain's desk, and where I can do the charts, which very rarely we use digital these days. We use the electronics we have. So we have several systems as a backup of a backup. We have the Orca navigation, which is connected to a brain. I'm gonna show you later where it is here inside. We have a Raymarine S90W. It's another sharp plotter dedicated to the boat. It's a different system with the Orca, so normally I just use this one for confirmation of maps and also for when we turn the radar, when it's especially night sailing. If we want to see what we have around us, especially other vessels or smaller vessels, we use quite often the radar. We have the dedicated radio. We have a 3 data info or multi. What it gave us, it's all the information about the boat, you know, depth, wind, important things that for us being inside here in the saloon, we want to be able to see what is our depth and what is the wind doing, so we can confirm if it's we are safe or not. Here we have all the buttons, or about it, this is the main switchboard where you have all the buttons to turn off lights and systems. We can check our water. We have the old system voltmeter to see how much energy we have on the 12 volts or in the 24 volt 240 volts batteries, and we have here the diesel gauge. Here we have our 240 volt system by Renault G. The batteries are Victron AGM batteries. You can see it's midday today and we are about already 84% of our batteries. We are having all the systems on, and we are still producing about 100 watts to the battery. The controller is Renault G, the inverter is Renault G, and the batteries are Victron AGM 185 amps each, so it's 3 batteries. Here when we open, I try to have this tidy, but as you know, it's always with cables, it's always messy, very messy, but try to have it tidy and clean. We have our Starlink wireless and connections here where it emits the Wi-Fi through the boat. We have our IS transmitter and receiver, and we have here, we're gonna show you here, we have our Orca, is the brain of the chart plotter and navigation where we use. Here it's everything, it's connected to this brain, and this brain using Bluetooth or Wi-Fi connects with your phone or chart plotter and tells you all the information that you connect here, you know, batteries, diesel, IS, navigation, radar, everything. So our 2 inverters, we have 2 inverters. As a backup, we have a second one in case it overheats or it burns. We have a second inverter. We have inverter 1, inverter 2. Normally we just use the inverter 1. Prepare and to make all this work to make sure that we can use the 12 volt system and the 240. You have to put brand new cables. They were thicker, so the energy that travels between the batteries and the devices that you are using, the kettles for example, the induction, doesn't overheat. It's very important because you can cause a fire if you don't do that. So it was a long process until you can convert a day sailing vessel for offshore / home where you live. Here down below the seat we have our boiler. We have what we call for the showers. Here we have our beloved engine, very important. It's a Volvo Penta MD 2030, but actually it's Perkins. It's a model made by Perkins, and we have been survey and install things that like the impeller, the engine belt. We install a brand new alternator which we call beloved Lady Laura, that she gave us in order for us to be able to follow our dream and adventure crossing the Atlantic. And now this is what we call not the alternator, we call Lady Laura. Not a big fan of old school diesel, but this is the engine we had and I'm very happy with it, and I learned so much in the last 3 years to maintain this beauty, working perfectly, nice and clean. Regarding freshwater production, we have a Zenker Zen 30, and the reason why I chose to buy this watermaker, because there is cheaper in the market, was for mainly because it's low consumption. There is only one pump. Most of the watermakers, they use two pumps. This is a one pump, so we have to produce fresh water. It's about 30 liters per hour. We may use per hour 66 watts, so it's very low consumption. And the other reason I chose this one is because of the size. It's very compact and very small, and for our boat it's a 36 with very limited space. It was the only space we could find to install the where is the compressor valves, where it separates salt water with fresh water. It's in this cabin, and it's the smallest we could find. And the pump that sucks the seawater to the compressor that makes compress the water and divides in fresh and salt water, it's in the other side of the sugar scoop. It's so convenient, and the freedom it gives you to, you know, go explore different places and not to be worried about water, which is like, it's very important. You know, you need water for cooking, to drink, for showering. Even if you take seawater showering, you know, for cooking and drinking, it's a must. That it's really important to have.
Here we have our room where the magic happens. Ooh. It's like a 140 centimeter mattress. What we changed, because it was just like this until here. We had here a box, we had here actually doors, but Paolo decided to remove it, because if we have a bigger mattress we cannot open it, and like this we just remove, storage their things, put it back, and looks perfect and organized, how you would like to have your home, right? We have the clothes behind the door as well. We have some smaller wardrobes for other clothes, and yeah, we sleep here well, happily, and I love our home. Our sailboat is from 2003, but as you can see, she is in a perfect condition, very solid and prepared for blue water sailing. At night has a very cozy ambient with a lot of LED lights, but we installed all around the boat. Not just inside, but there are LED lights in our mast as well. What is very handy when you anchored and you need to find your boat at night. This beautiful vessel is for sale. We are selling our floating home. In case you are interested or you have any questions, feel free to reach out for further informations. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.